Okay, perfect. All right. Hey everyone, it's your girl Ms.Analytical. I'm coming to you live on midnight, okay? On Thursday midnight. Now I want to say this. The reason why I was a little bit late, besides having to change the time, was because this is my first time doing a live stream on a laptop. As you all know, I've always done all of my shows, commentaries, lives on YouTube via mobile device. So this is my very first time doing it on a laptop, my very own laptop at that. So congratulate, your girl has officially upgraded. This is 2022, not 2020 nor 2021, it's time to move up in the world. And I have done just that. Now, usually when I do lives, streams, particularly on the this feature, I usually do it as like something that's dealing with like a current event or like a celebration in the case of my birthday / me reaching 3K subs. Shout out to all the people that are my subscribers, particularly the ones that have been rocking with me since the beginning. Shout out to Pharaoh Speaks, my bro from Ohio. Shout out to all my bros from all over, all my sisters from all over and everything. Shout out to Amari's Perspective, Eric 1994, Vulcan 2054, Icy 7690. All the new people that's here. There's so many people that joined my channel over 1 week. 1 week, I went from having 300. I kid you not. I went from having 3,000 and about 3,001, 3,000, about 3,000, I would say 3,050 or 60 subs to now literally 3,330. And with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 or 3 leaving, I've gained even more. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for joining. I appreciate your viewership, your comments. Even if I don't agree with it, I appreciate it. Even if I argue with you, I appreciate it. Because at least you took the time out of your schedule to pay attention to what I had to say and pay attention to my channel. Now, I'm going to segue into something that's really important. This topic is pretty much about the difference between terms. Now, if you look, you're going to see me have the difference between it reads gossiping versus reporting versus commenting. Okay. Now, I've been doing this for half a decade. And what I do is commentary, which is reporting, but also adding my opinions and my beliefs. What I've never done on this channel, and I'm doing this to protect my brand that I have invested the time in building for half a decade. I've never lied and I've never gossiped on anyone. And all of the people that's been rocking with me, going back especially to 2018, and Pharaoh Speaks, he can contest to this. He can contest to this. I don't know if he's up or not, but I'm sure he's probably gonna be. He will tell you, I've always cited my sources. Or if I didn't, I would say, this is courtesy of I Eat the Daily News. This is courtesy of Source Magazine. This is courtesy of People Magazine. This has come from so and so. I've never made up anything about anyone, whether they were famous, whether they were infamous, whether they were just a person that just got caught up in something, or whether they were someone innocent. Case in point, 4 years ago, I did a commentary about a young lady named Iris Rowe. It was about a crime that she got caught up in, that she did partake in. Okay. And I called her an idiot for it. I said she was stupid. She threw her whole life away. You want to know what happened? Literally, I said about a couple of months ago, this girl popped up in my head out of nowhere because I was arranging my my outline for my channel. So, you know how for YouTubers that's been doing this for years, you report on something, you comment on it, you do a live, and you move on. Okay. So it popped up. And I was like, it read, the title was The Stupidity of Iris Rowe. And I'm like, wait a minute, I remember this. And I'm like, I wonder what she's doing. You want to know what I did? I did my research, typed in her name, and what popped up was her LinkedIn account. Now, I'm not going to say, it doesn't say anything about doxing, but I can tell you what happened to her. She turns her life around. Phenomenal ending. And she's now going to become an attorney. Now, when I reported on what she got caught up in, I never once said that she should have her life destroyed. I never lied on her. Now, I could have gave an update on Iris Rowe, but you know why I wasn't? Because I didn't want people to harass her. I didn't want people to go at her and to basically harm her. I didn't want anybody coming at her to basically be like, oh, you're the girl that did such and such. I'm not going to tell you what she did. I'm not going to do it. I believe in people having second chances, and I believe in people having their dignity. Because the one thing about Iris Rowe, she never did anything. And what she got caught up in, she never threw Black people under the bus and made mockery of them. You understand? There's a difference between that. And I won't comment on her anymore. Matter of fact, you know what I did? When I was on that LinkedIn page, I put a heart because I love seeing a Black person doing better for themselves and recovering for something that they got caught up in, and they made their life even better. I love seeing stuff like that. I love seeing a happy ending, okay? Now, I'm going to segue into what I do. I do my channel for reporting and commentary, but I'm more of a commentator than a reporter because I put in my opinions. I've never, ever, ever lied and made up anything malicious. And if I add something to it, I always say, I believe, or I say the word that we all say or supposed to say, which is allegedly. Or I will say it's possible. I don't know. But I have never, ever, ever gossiped on this channel because I know personally what gossiping does. Even if I can't stand a person, I will never lie on them. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a walk. We're going to walk down through the Oxford Dictionary online. And I'm going to give you definitions of the words gossiping, reporting, and commentating. Okay? So first, we're going to go to reporting. Okay? So this is what reporting means. It means to give a spoken or written account of something that one has observed, heard, done, or investigated. Okay? For example, the representative reported a decline in milk and meat production. Now, another one says Cover an event or subject as a journalist or a reporter. An example, the public disliked the way that the media reported on the scandal. And they have some synonyms. Investigate is another word for reporting. Look into. Then you have make a formal statement or complaint about someone or something to the necessary authority. An example is undisclosed illegalities are reported to the company's directors. Similar, make a complaint against. Now, the first one is the one closest that most of us do on YouTube. Okay? But then what we do is we add our opinion to it. Perfect example, one of the greatest YouTubers to ever do it on this channel, Lovely T. Not channel, on this website, on this, social media platform. The icon, Lovely T. Fellow Leo at that. A person who they kept at 900 for 3 years. 900 plus K views. A person who can't even get a third of her viewership. And that woman has never lied about what she's reported. But that's a whole nother thing. Now, she's one of the OGs, and when she reports, she also gives her opinion. So we're going to look at commentator definition. A person who comments on events or attacks. For instance, commentators note that the demonstration was part of a wider strategy. A person who delivers a live commentary on an event or performance. The movie electrifies spectators and commentators alike. Another definition is analyst, critic, pundit, reporter, narrator, correspondent, journalist, anchor, broadcast. Now, commentating, let's look at that. Report on an event as it occurs, especially for a news or sports broadcast. Provide a commentary. Okay? And when you commenting implies also ongoing reporting of something as it occurs from the perspective of the commentator. So commentating means putting in your 2 cents on a thing once or more, which is basically giving your opinion. Perfect example, sports commentators, NBA, NFL, NHL, MLB, the Olympics. They tell you what's going on with the game, but then they're asked the other fellow commentator, what do you think of how they did that rebound? What you think of, his tackle? What do you think? Who's going to make it to the Super Bowl? Who's going to make it to the NBA championship? Who's going to make it to the World Series? You give your opinion. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. That's commentating. That's what I do. I'm a commentator. Okay? But let's go and see what gossip means. Okay? Since, we got some people on here that basically don't really know what gossiping means. Gossip is to beware. So, no, I ain't gonna say that. Okay. This is what gossip means. Casual, unconstrained conversation or reports about other people, typically involving details that are not confirmed to be true. Okay? Also, to engage in gossip. Also, the synonyms are hearsay, whispering campaign, tittle tattle, stories, dialogue, T with an A at the end. A person who likes to talk about other people's private lives. So we're going to kind of skip over that one because I'm going to say this because I'm not going to make this long. I'm going to make it was trash. Now, in general, in order to call somebody a gossiper, you basically have to basically say that what these people are saying, they're not providing facts. Now, it's a video that I chose to privatize because of protecting my brand. Because I ain't scared of none home. And it's a general statement. I want to make that clear. All right. When you accuse somebody of something and you call them a name, you better have all your evidence to back it up. Because if you don't, that's a serious thing. And unless you say the words, I believe, my opinion, is my assumption, things like that, allegedly, you better know what you're doing. I'm going to say this. I've been doing this for half a decade. I've had people come at me from the McClure twin fans, Tasha K fans that I predicted would leave her, and many of them did. That was in 2018. 2020, I had those that didn't like me using the T word come at me, wanting me to shake my channel down. Not only did I not take it down, but within 2 weeks, I gained 1,000 subscribers off of one video. Okay. Another thing too, what I did, I took breaks that had nothing to do with YouTube. It was personal things that I had to take care of. And I've been back consistently since November of last year. Okay. And another thing is that in every commentary, I never made up anything, not even my story times, the 2 that I posted. I've never ever lied. The only thing I will say, and I want to say this about a fellow YouTuber, when I was repeating an interview that she gave, I did mix up facts. And I apologize for that because that was unintended. And that's only because I hadn't seen the video in 2 months. But even with that, I've never ever gossiped or lied. And you know what I've never done? And I would never do it. I've never, ever, 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 ever doxed anyone. Okay? Now, I'm going to say this. I was invited to the beef sector. Well, yeah, the beef sector. I was invited 3 years ago. I declined. I was a YouTuber at the time I had about, I would say 1.3K subs. Because I've had 1,000 subs on this channel since October of 2018. I've reached 1,000. Okay. But I took so many breaks, which is why I don't have that many subs like I should. I should have at least 7K subs. I would say 7K, or I would say, I'm inclined to say about 10K since I've had this channel for about a long time. But I never did what people were doing, which were reviews. And I made a separate channel for that. And I made a separate channel for reporting on law, history, current events, and politics. Okay. Now, why am I doing a commentary, a topic, going live stream on this? I'm protecting myself. I'm going to start adding on going back to old videos from 5 years ago. If I didn't post the link, I'm going back to post the links, unless it was dealing with like verses, like for instance, like the one with Tyreek versus and white supremacy, Cynthia G. I'm not gonna really post. No, I probably will, because there's a video of them going at it. But other than that, hey, so for some reason it kind of stopped. I had to go back in. Yeah. So I'm protecting myself legally. I see people are trying to come at me. I'm gonna personally be honest with you. I think that it's people from one particular group that don't like what I'm saying. I've had fans come at me, for them not liking me talk about their faves. I could take that. I'm a Leo, okay? Raised by an Aries, mom was a Sagittarian. I can handle all that, okay? But what I don't like is when people are caping for those based on horrendous comments that they've said, but want to skirt over that, but come after an individual who's telling the truth and want to threaten them. Okay. Once somebody has been subliminally threatened, and I've been subliminally threatened 3 times over one YouTuber. Okay. I will say this, and I've always said this. You can say what you want about Tasha K and her fans, but none of them threatened me back in August of 2018 when I was talking about her on both the Star versus Tasha K video and the one when she was crying on a live stream about Jessica Reed, which I'm going to do a live stream on Jessica Reed over the weekend. Because many people say that Tasha K gave her all on that interview. Now, I'm not a Tasha K fan, but fair is fair and right is right. I'm going to give somebody their props if they are good at what they're doing. Now, going back to that, her fans never threatened me. But yet, and still her fans were ratchet. But they never threatened me. Even to this day, they never threaten me. They may say, oh, you don't like Tasha this, now you jealous of her, blah, blah, blah. And to me, it's comical. But to have people who claim to be Christian come at you because you're talking about a fave of theirs, and you're not speaking in hate. You're speaking what you basically reported. You did your research, you posted it, you reported it, and you moved on. And I'm not going to say the name because I'm not going to give the name any power. I'm not doing it. If I wanted to be bold, like a lot of YouTubers, particularly in the beef sector, Tracy with the T, the governor, 5B, all those people, Heidi Fly, I don't know all these people's names. If I wanted to be like them, I could have posted so much stuff on certain groups of people. But that's not how I get down. I don't do stuff like that. Now, I don't know if 5B docs people, but we all know Tracy with the T did. I would never do that. I know what's going on. There are people that don't like what I'm saying. It's not so much me talking about certain people, why they trying to come at me. But what it is the type of commentary I do and the report I do, I don't miss my words, and I've never compromised my ethics to fit in and to get the bag. Let me tell you something. I could have been monetized. I could have then if I wanted to do like go on that path and not really and just talk about the dumb shit, my channel could have, like I said, I could have had like probably more than 10K subs if I was doing the dumb shit. But not taking the breaks, I probably could have had by now 10. Or I would say at least 7. But I would never do anything to compromise myself and my integrity. Okay? Everything that I post, like I said, the links are there. And I told people on various uploads, you don't have to believe me. The link is there, but it's very funny how you want to accuse somebody of being a gossiper. But when I say to you, oh, give me the definition of gossiping, write it in the link. And then basically tell me and show me all the videos where I gossip. And I'm going to tell you what it's going to be if it would have done it. Everything that was involving that one particular individual. See, the problem is people expect you to pretty much say and do what they want you to do. When you call out certain things and you support your people and your Black people and you love your lineage, they can't stand it. And I'm going to say it, a lot of them that can't stand it are non-foundational Black Americans. Got a lot of white people that don't like it either. But the ones that really come at you are the non-foundational Black Americans and are the white race soldiers. You can't make it up. You can't make it up at all. That's not cap. That's the truth. But just think, if we all were supposed to basically calm down and count down, do you know that we as a people, it would be over for us? See, what's going on is that there is a panic. And the panic is pretty much, oh, you know, so-and-so this and so-and-so that. And I'm going to tell you something. I'll be honest with you. I have one viewer. I don't know who the viewer is. But usually when people view my content on StreamYard, they comment. They say, what's up, how you doing, and so forth. It's real interesting that no one is commenting. And I've literally been peeping that. Now, if anyone is watching my content to be sincere, all power to them. But if you're watching me to watch me, for me to slip up, it ain't never going to happen like that. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to post a live, but I'm going to make it private. Because nobody is going to take down anything I built. And everything I do is the truth. Because I'm protected by the Most High. And his son, Yeshua ben Josephah, or Josephus, who were men that were considered to be like the so-called Black man of the United States of America, from the tribe of Judah, the greatest tribe that came out of Israel. And the Judites ended up in the United States of America and produced some of the baddest people that ever lived. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Okay? Ida B. Wells, Rosa Parks, Claudette Colvin, Huey P. Newton, Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, and not the one that the white paleo conservatives make over. that real one that wrote, what does it mean, what the 4th of July means to a slave. And he wrote in so many words, not a damn thing. It ain't our holiday. Okay? I can go on and on Booker T. Washington. The real one. Not the one they co-op to make it so that Black people won't, want to basically stay in subservient positions. Not him. Who else? Let's bring up some of the women. Some of the women. A lot of them. Oh, Madam C.J. Walker. Let's see who else. Let's see who else. Let's see who else. Let's see who else. It's a lot. You can look up online. Oh, and talk about the inventions that we done. I mean, that's a whole nother stream, y'all. But more importantly, we as YouTubers, particularly YouTubers that stand up for our people, foundational Black Americans, we gotta look out for ourselves. We gotta protect our brands. Because there's a lot of people that are peeping at what we're watching, and they are literally hating the fact that we are about to get our justice claim. And that's what all this is about. And like I said, I won't be talking about certain things. A lot of things on this channel, I'm not going to talk about. That's why I have my backup channel. So if you want to come at me on my backup channel, I don't care. But you're not touching this one, baby. This is my baby. I will go toe to toe with you legally over this. And I got people that will support me. My channel is growing. And I've never had anyone. I've never done anything stupid. And I'm not about to do it now. You can try to catch me all you want. But remember this, I come from the lineage of a woman, a Black woman, who at the age of 15 years old ran away from her slave master in East Texas and got with the Cowas and then ended up with the Comanches and had children through them. The Comanches are the baddest warriors to ever touch the United States mainland. The white people feared them because they would take them out without any hesitation. That's my bloodline. You can't capture me. You can say what you want. You can call me names, but you can't capture me. And you ain't going to get me either. So when you call me a gossiper, you better think twice about what you're saying. Because my channel and what I have listed and the proof of everything speaks for itself. I have receipts. And I also have screenshots too. And I've already, if I want to, I could post a whole lot more. And this is on any topic. Okay? But it just so happens that it's only one that's aggravating people. Because see, when a white person tells you, you should be more like that person because they want you to be subservient, submissive. It's not about liking you. It's about keeping you under control. And that's a statement that's general. And when you speak up for your people, and when you speak up for the love of the people you have, if it's Fred Hampton, that's who, Fred Hampton, a man who loved his people and died for his people. We come from great stock. And when FBA people who don't love themselves basically side against us with the enemy, or just to talk down with us because they don't like who they are, they must be called out. And that's just for anyone. That's not for no particular person. You can't support it. You can't support what they're doing. So I'm going to wrap it up here. And I'm just going to say I'm moving on from this whole thing. I'm going to basically just start doing link posting on my page to basically, like I said, protect myself legally. I'm a trained paralegal anyway, and I know what I do and what I say. And I know what I'm saying is not unethical on YouTube. I know that. But you just got to let it know that sometimes you got to put out a notice that, listen, y'all not going to come for me. Listen, I'm not, going to be threatened subliminally and use scriptures to threaten me. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. I'm like, how you going to threaten me with scripture? Like, watch what you say. Like, just come out and say, I got a beef with you. Like, what the fuck? Like, who the fuck does that? And that's the thing. It's corny. And a lot of people on here that basically came for their phase on that type of time, that's some corny shit. You gonna threaten somebody with scripture. Girl, just say what you gotta say. Just say, I gotta beef with you. Step to somebody like that on some real G shit. But when you hide behind the Bible, that tells me your ass is more evil. Way evil. Okay? Let me not say it because I ain't going, blow up the whole, SEMA stuff because I said I wasn't going to say nothing about that anymore, but on my backup channel. So I'm going to focus on doing, I'm going back to doing my reviews. I had to take a break from that, but that was because of something totally different. I'm going to also do, I'm going to stay on a story with Ari Spears and Tiffany Haddish. I'm going to also take classes to learn how to edit my videos, and I'm gonna also learn how to do not banners, but like announcements, digital announcements. Like when I do lives, I'm gonna do those posters, and I'm also gonna learn how to do documentaries. Because shout out to Nicole's View, she's one of the best YouTubers. Also, shout out to Pharaoh Speaks. Shout out to Eric Johnson, 1994. He's a musicologist. Shout out to Amari's Perspective. Shout out to Charmaine from Inglewood, where my cousins live at. There are so many people, and shout out to Philly Phil. Philly Phil has basically given us some of the greatest reporting on a criminal case. Right now, Tim Norman's trial is about to start. Jury selection began, I believe, on Tuesday. And we got to support her. Regardless of how you feel about the whole thing, no one should be threatened. It should never get to that. And it should never get to somebody trying to take you to court. Because my thing is this: how you know she can get there when she basically live in Arkansas and the situation's in Missouri? So she must be protected. She has to be. And I'm gonna reach out to her probably I would say next week or so, because I've been busy with quite a bit. So I'm going to reach out to her, because she's done some excellent reporting. And with that being said, as always, I'm signing out. Like, comment, and subscribe to all of my videos. Like, comment, and share all my videos. Subscribe to my channel. We've been strong for 5 years, a half a decade. Also, hit the notification bell to receive notices on future lives and uploads. And also, I'll be back later. Take care. Have a wonderful night, evening. Get the money and make the money, but don't let the money make you. All right. Later.